Okay. Okay. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you so much. So today is the last class for us. Priyanka, like I'll solve your doubt in some time. Okay. But why did you left the batch, Pradeep? Why did you leave the batch? For prelims. Okay. Okay, fine. All the best. So it's a general problem with UPSC itself because for prelims, if we leave some part in the mains, after prelims, we will not have time to continue that. That's the basic problem with civil services exam. We can't do anything with that. Anyway, all the best. Prepare well. I hope you'll clear the exam. Okay. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm first sorry that I joined 4 minutes late. Just give me 2 more minutes time. I will join. Okay. So I'll join in just 2 more minutes. Right. Yes. So I came back. What special classes? Unit 6. Thank you, Priyanka. No problem. Okay. So, anything, actually, have you seen? I have uploaded some notes. That is, one is Tribal India reference notes. Second one is in Unit 3, if you remember, I have given the this one, the committee report, that is Tribal India reference notes, question bank. Then in the Unit 3, some agriculture, Swedening, such few things were not covered in the notes. So that part, okay. Then that's it. Only 3 things I uploaded. Okay. Is there anything I should upload? Is there anything that I should upload? Anything that I forgot but you remember? Archaeology का क्या है? Archaeology uploaded ना? I didn't keep archaeology. No. Serious. Archaeology I didn't upload. अच्छा ठीक है. Do one thing. Please do wait for 2 minutes. I will upload because I may again like forget, postpone, and I don't want to enter into that cycle. 2021 solved questions also you were asking, right? Okay, so just give me 2 minutes, I will upload them. Okay, and yes, actually Indus Valley civilization you all know. The important thing is this only. Okay, we should cross check whether everything is completed or not. Okay, so if this class goes with interruptions, it's okay, no problem. So few people eagerly waiting for IVC, don't be in that mode, cool down. Okay, I will upload and come back. Okay. Okay, so uploaded 3 more files. Check it once. One is 2021 paper 1 PPT. The other one is 2021 paper 2 PPT. One more thing is archaeology. Yes. Anything else I forgot and you remember? Anything else that we left incomplete? Anything I should do from my side except IVC? So people have taken 2 minutes break, it seems. NCST I completed. There is nothing in NCST. NCST is to see to it that all constitutional safeguards are being implemented properly. Okay. Okay. So can we proceed with the IBC class? Right. So now you might have studied IBC in history also, but do it properly. Okay. In history also people do it in detail. Okay. So maybe that is also sufficient. This can be a simple repetition of that. There is nothing special about IBC in anthropology. IBC there, IBC here is same. Okay. So like you can read whatever source. Okay. So let us just complete. So, but important. Okay. Like 1.1. Okay. First live class, welcome Supriya, but this is our last live class, dear. So you attended all the classes in recorded format. Completed all the classes in the recorded format. Achha, completed only 40 classes. Okay, but if you are writing in 23, there is another batch starting in the month of June. Okay. There is another batch starting in the month of June, June 20th. We are launching one more batch. Yeah. So now, like coming back to this 1.1, that is proto-history, because you remember prehistory is still Chalcolithic. So after that, Bronze Age and all that, like that is called proto-history. Okay, proto-history, Indus Valley civilization. They have given pre-Harappan, Harappan, post-Harappan cultures. Okay, then Indus Valley sites. Okay, and discovery dates. Like, can you go through this 2021 year of discovery? Site name Harappa. Okay, location excavated by so and so, and major findings are sandstone statue of human anatomy, bullock cart, granaries, okay, coffin burials. They used to bury the things in the coffins. Okay, so like this, I have given about a few sites. Next one, Mohenjo-daro. Okay, so like that, different site names. Can you go through this table? Yes. Fine. So all these are we most popularly we know about Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, but there are many other sites. Okay, so what are the important features found in those sites? Go through that also. That is also important. Okay. Then about Harappan civilization, we can divide this into pre-Harappan, early Harappan. Okay, so mature Harappan, late Harappan, post-Harappan, like that. So this is pre-Harappan. Okay, site name is Mehergarh. Mehergarh, basically it is a Neolithic site, okay, towards the west of the Indus River Valley. So this is pre-Harappan. So pre-Harappan, but it is a Neolithic site. Got it? Then the earliest evidence of cattle herding in South Asia comes from the Indus River Valley site of Mehergarh. The first evidence of cattle herding, maintaining the herds of cattle, comes from this site. While there is a strong continuity between Neolithic and Chalcolithic cultures of Mehergarh, dental evidence show that Chalcolithic population did not descend from the Neolithic population of Mehergarh. Okay, see, remember this point once. Okay, read it once carefully. While there is strong connectivity of Neolithic and Chalcolithic cultures of Mehergarh, dental evidences shows that Chalcolithic population did not descend from the Neolithic population of Mehergarh. Okay, so can you tell me what does it mean? What is the conclusion from this? Did people live? Okay, I will ask you small questions. Did people live in Mehergarh during the Neolithic phase? Yes. And did the people live during the Chalcolithic phase also? Did the people live in the Chalcolithic phase also? Yes. Okay. So the Chalcolithic people who lived there, okay, did they evolve from the Neolithic people who lived there, or the Chalcolithic people came from a different site? Okay. So remember this, and why I am highlighting this particular point is in 2021 there was a question. Critically discuss the origin of Indus Valley civilization. Mention the evidences of its endogenous origin from the pre-Harappan sites. Is it clear? Okay. Critically discuss the origin of Indus Valley civilization. Okay. How the Indus Valley civilization originated. And mention the evidences of its endogenous origin from the pre-Harappan sites. So what are they asking in this question? What are they saying at least? What are they asking is clear. Here they are asking something. Here they are saying something. Okay, what are they saying? Fast, fast, please. Yes. Origin, okay. Read the second sentence and what they are saying in that. Mention the evidence that. Mention the evidence of. No. Endogenous origin means what? Endogenous origin means what? Post-Harappan, we are speaking about pre-Harappan. Evolution from pre-Harappan, no external link. Okay, like say for example, look at here. Okay, pre-Harappan, okay, Neolithic people, if they evolve into, okay, Harappan people, then is that called endogenous origin? Is that called endogenous origin? Okay, and if they are responsible for IBC, if they develop the IBC, then it means it is endogenous origin. Okay, but the sentence that we studied here, okay, is it suggesting the same as they said it in the question? This is not suggesting that. So this point, should you use it as an evidence about what they are asking, or critically analyze, critical part, that first word cover karne ke liye? This becomes the critic of that. So this becomes, it will become the evidence for the critic. It will not become evidence for the endogenous origin. Is it clear? Okay, because the dental evidence, how do they get dental evidence? You know, teeth are the last things to decay. Okay, so Neolithic fossils teeth, okay, and Chalcolithic fossils teeth, DNA if you compare, they are not matching. So that is what is the meaning of this sentence. Is it clear? Neolithic fossils and okay, the Chalcolithic fossils, there, when they compare the dental evidences, I mean teeth, DNA and all, they both are not matching. It means the Chalcolithic people of that place should have come from outside. But that is only this point saying, but the question is not saying that. Now let us first discuss about this question, because it will become a good start, because like before we proceed into the IBC, we have to see the origin of IBC. Then only we have to discuss about IBC. So let us start with this. Okay. So the puzzle regarding the origin of IBC largely solved after the extensive excavation work conducted at Mehergar. So this is also related to Mehergar. Okay, near Bolan Pass between 1973-1980. Between 1973-80, they did a massive excavations. They got so many evidences in that period. Okay, by two French archaeologists, Richard H. Meadow and Jean-Francois Jarez. Is it clear? According to them, Mehergar gives us an archaeological record of a gradual development of four phases: pre-Harappan, early Harappan, mature Harappan, late Harappan phases of the stages. Is it clear? According to these two people, there is a continuity. Is it clear? That dental evidences point is critic. But according to these two people, there is a continuity. It means, okay, pre-Harappan people in Mehergar evolved into early Harappan people there. They evolved into the mature Harappan, their descendants like that. Did you understand? Okay, their descendants formed the early Harappan, their descendants formed the mature Harappan, their descendants formed the late Harappan. So there is a continuity, their lineage only, no external migration. That is this point. Is it clear? So, okay, is their study, okay, Richard H. Meadow and Jean-Francois Jarez's study supporting this question, supporting what they are saying? Mention the evidence of its endogenous origin. Endogenous origin is supported by their discoveries. Okay, fine. The different stages of indigenous evolution of Indus can be documented by an analysis of four sites, which reflect the sequence of four important stages or phases of the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, it means if you have to understand the four stages of Indus Valley civilization, we have to study four different sites they are saying. Is it clear? So to understand four phases of IBC, we have to study four sites. Okay, so the sequence begins with transition of nomadic herdsmen to settled agricultural communities as per the evidence found at the first site Mehergar near the Bolan Pass. Okay, is it clear for all of you? Nomadic herdsmen, okay, evolved into settled agricultural communities as suggested by the evidence from Mehergar. So in Mehergar, the nomadic herdsmen, their descendants, formed the pre-Harappan culture. Clear till now? Then it continues with growth of large villages and the rise of towns in the second stage exemplified at Ambri. So the second stage can be exemplified by a different site called Ambri. The Ambri people did not possess any knowledge of town planning or of writing. So this is early, okay, Harappan. The third stage in the sequence leads to the emergence of great cities as Kalibangan, and finally ends with their decline, which is the fourth stage exemplified by Lothal. Is it clear? So this is how the four stages continued. Okay. And then conclusion. Thus, available evidences suggest that Harappan culture had its origin in the Indus Valley, and even within the Indus Valley, several cultures seem to have contributed to evolve the urban civilization. It is thus difficult to accept Sir Mortimer Wheeler's assumption that the idea of civilization came to Indus Valley from Mesopotamia. Okay, so this is what is our conclusion. Actually, the question was framed based on this statement. Okay, so did you come across this statement in your history classes? Sir Mortimer Wheeler, okay, proposal is the idea of civilization came to Indus Valley from Mesopotamia, but these evidences, okay, are rejecting that idea. Okay, they had endogenous origin. Clear for all of you? Okay. Then, before the conclusion, or maybe after the conclusion, like in a suitable place wherever you feel suitable, you can write that point also, dental evidences point as a critic. Is it clear? I think it is more suitable before the conclusion. You can write this before conclusion. Okay. So can you deal with that answer? Origin of IVC. Okay. Then after origin of IVC, let us go into the features of Harappan civilization. Okay. So IVC is also called Harappan civilization as Harappa was the first site discovered. IVC is also known as Bronze Age civilization as bronze was most important metal used. Discovered by an excavator called Dayaram Sahni. Important. All these points are important right in the introduction. Okay. So Harappan site discovered by Dayaram Sahni in 1921. Okay. Second site discovered was Mohenjo-daro by R.D. Banerjee. The excavation was led by Sir John Hubert Marshall. Okay. So these things are important. So after the introduction, okay, now like we are proceeding into agriculture and domestication. Different features of this one. Just 1 second. Okay, so now we have to see about each thing like agriculture, domestication, then after that town planning. Why we have to see so much in detail? Let me just show you the questions once, then you will understand the need. Okay, so what kind of society may be reconstructed from archaeological evidence from Harappan culture? So what you have to write for this? Just decode and tell me what you have to write. What kind of society may be reconstructed from the archaeological, political, social, economy, all features, architecture also, town planning also, because say for example, depending on town planning, what do we understand? There is no hierarchy there, isn't it? We don't find palaces, huge palaces, okay, all those things we will not understand, okay, we will not find there. Is it clear? So we will know everything about the society from different aspects, from agriculture, okay, from seals, from the town planning, okay. So from everything we can understand something about the society, okay. So first question is, it's a general note on IVC. Is it clear? Next question is exclusively on town planning. Exclusively on town planning, okay. Significance of Harappan civilization. This is also all. It's a general question on IVC. Okay, some of its elements continued into later Hinduism. This is on religion. So this is particularly on religion. This is particularly on town planning. The other two questions are from general questions on IVC. So from this, what we can understand is, and this time 2021, I told you, they asked about the Harappan seals. Is it clear? Okay. So exclusively only on Harappan seals. So from this conclusion is, first type of question is a general question on IVC. Second type of question is a particular aspect, only religion, only town planning, only seals, okay, like that. Third question is origin. These are the types of questions possible. Is it clear? Yes. So now let us proceed into different aspects of Harappan civilization. Okay. Okay. So now let us see about different aspects of Harappan civilization. Okay. Agriculture and domestication. Main food crops are wheat and barley. Rice husk was found at Lothal and Rangpur. It gives evidence about the cultivation of rice as well. They were cultivating rice, wheat, barley, all these things. They are the first people in the world to grow cotton. Okay, sheep, goat, buffalo, oxen, dogs were domesticated. How do we know that they were domesticated? Their bones near the habitational sites. No remains of cow and lion were found. Okay, then so it means they were like at this particular stage, like cows were not found. Okay, then next one is about cities town planning. Once we complete this, we'll be able to write that question. So with that, we'll be completing two questions. Okay, town planning and origin. The quality of municipal town planning suggests the knowledge of urban planning and efficient municipal governments, which placed high priority on hygiene. Okay, municipality was very efficient, placed very high importance to hygiene. This urban plan included world's first known urban sanitation system. You were saying drainages, right? That is world's first cotton growers, world's first sanitation system. Okay, so there are so many world's first in this. Within the city, individual homes or groups of homes obtained water from the wells. Okay, from a room that appears to have been set aside for bathing, it means they had separate washrooms. Okay, from that wastewater was directed to the underground covered drains. Okay, even today in many villages we don't have covered drainages. They had covered drainages at that time. Is it clear? Okay. Then with manholes, the advanced architecture of Harappan is shown by the impressive dockyards, granaries, warehouses, brick platforms, protective walls. The massive walls of Indus cities most likely protected Harappans from either floods, Indus River floods, okay, or for military conflicts. Is it clear? Protect from the attacks by the other civilizations, okay, or to stop the floods. Is it clear? They had huge walls, either for these two purposes. In sharp contrast to the civilization, contemporaries, that is Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, no large monumental structures were built. In Egypt, Egyptian pyramids and all. So large stone monuments were there in the other civilizations. But in contrast, here we don't have any large stone monuments, no palaces, no huge constructions. Okay, there is no conclusive evidence of palaces or temples of kings, armies, priests, etc. Is it clear? Most city dwellers appear to have been traders or artisans. Materials from distant regions were used in the cities for constructing seals, beads, and other objects. So this indicates trade, isn't it? This indicates trade because material from other places are used in the seals, beads, and objects. This indicates equality. Okay. Then among the artifacts discovered were beautiful glazed beads. Seals have images of animals, people, perhaps gods, and other types of inscriptions, including the yet undeciphered writing system of Indus Valley civilization. Interestingly, IVC's writing is still not deciphered. We cannot read and understand their inscriptions. Clear? Okay. Then some of the seals were used to stamp clay on trade goods and most probably had other uses as well. Okay. Seals were used to stamp on the trade goods. Some of them had some other religion, like probably like to make something as a sacred object, like we have seen in Churingas. We don't know the reason, but one conclusive reason is for trade purpose, as a trademark. Okay. Then at the western end of the site is an area known as citadel. You know this, right? This area of the city was built on the top of a mound of bricks, 12-meter high. This is citadel. This is that mound of bricks. Mound of bricks. Okay, it's around 12-meter high. So you have steps to go on to the citadel. Is it clear? Let us see. Probably not for elite. Okay, so probably that could be for administration because there are not many homes there. Is it clear? On the citadel, there are no homes. Okay, all living places, habitational places are not on the citadel. So probably that could be for administrative purpose. Okay, 12-meter high. A large staircase ran up the side of this mound. Is it clear? Large staircase, 12-meter high. Okay, citadel mound of bricks. Is it clear for all of you? Then, several large public buildings and structures like Great Bath. Okay, so whatever large structures are there, they are all there on the citadel. Okay, there is something called Great Bath. Okay, this is enormous, well-built bath. Okay, like this can be compared to like in temples, gurudwaras. There are places for taking bath, isn't it? So this is comparable to that. Okay. So So that is the Great Bath, they call it as. Okay, this is kind of the only place where we can find some clues about community, together worshipping, common worship place. Otherwise, the town planning indicates kind of secularism, that is separation of religion from politics. Okay, or no publicly worshipping the god, privately worship it, don't make it a public affair. So European form of because you know, right, Indian secularism is different, European secularism is different. Indian secularism is giving equal importance to all religions. Okay, Western secularism is no involvement of state in the religion, or no involvement of religion in the state, separation of the two. So we can find that. Is it clear? Okay, but this is the only place where we can find clues about some worshipping common worship place or something. Granary and assembly halls on Citadel Mount suggest that this area may have been used for public gatherings, religious activities, or important administrative activities. Small buildings which were probably homes, okay, do exist on the Citadel Mound, but however, they are not common. Okay, maybe only one or two homes were found, but they are not common. Is it clear? So it's not that elite sections homes are on the Citadel and normal people's homes are below the Citadel, not like that. So basically homes are below the Citadel and public gathering, religious, political activities on the Citadel. Though few homes are found, they are not commonly found on the Citadel. Clear for all of you? Most of the houses were located in the lower town, that is not on the Citadel. Arrangement of the houses followed the grid system. Okay, lamp posts are at regular intervals indicating street lighting. They had street lighting at that time. Houses were 1 to 2 storied, made up of burnt bricks. Size of the bricks was 1:2:4 ratio. So this indicates effective government. Is it clear? Uniformity indicates that effective government was there. Is it clear? There is some rule which everybody should follow. Okay, so then although houses were larger than some houses were larger than others, industrialization cities were remarkable for their apparent egalitarianism. It means maybe there are some one-storied houses, some two-storied houses, but not much difference, like so much difference that we see today. Mostly IBC is characterized by egalitarianism, small differences if at all there. Is it clear for all of you? Yes. Okay, all houses had access to water and drainage facilities. This gives impression of society, okay, with relatively low wealth concentration. See, this is town planning, but something about society. Remember that question: what kind of society you construct from the IBC? Is it clear? So, like that, you have to pick points and you have to frame a special answer for that. Is it clear? You can follow this structure. Read that sentence, you can write that answer in this structure, like some observation. This observation indicate what about the society. Is it clear? Okay, for example here, okay, fine. So then toilets were used, water were used, toilets that used water were used in the IBC, and most of the homes had a flush toilet also. Okay, most of the homes had a flush toilet, and almost every house attached with the sophisticated sewage system. Main roads were north to south direction, and alley roads, side roads are east to west direction. Roads opened into the alleys but not into the main roads. The town planning of IBC was much ahead of its times. This is conclusion. So can you write the answer on town planning? If you feel the content is not enough, you can also write, actually you have to write these points, like, okay, features of IBC, you have for town planning also, this one you can write, basically what is IBC, who discovered it, okay. So after that you can go into the town planning, then I feel you can easily meet the word limit. Done? Then after that, authority, governance, technology. So should I skip some part because it's very familiar to you? You might have studied this in detail. Can I proceed to religion? Because in religion there is something, some debates and all. So we can proceed to religion if you feel so. Because I don't have anything. Like if you want, we can go through that. Skip. Okay. So this is about the this one, that is weights. Okay. Harappan engineers followed the decimal division of measurement for all practical purposes, including the measurements of mass revealed by their hexahedron weights. Harappans evolved some new technique in metallurgy and produced copper, bronze, lead, and tin. Okay, then that is about their technology. Arts and crafts. Okay, various sculptures, seals, bronze vessels, pottery, gold jewelry, anatomically detailed figurines in terracotta, that is mud figurines, terracotta figurines, bronze figurines, steatite figurines have been found. A number of gold terracotta stone figurines of girls in dancing poses reveal the presence of some dance form there. Now let us see about their terracotta figurines. This is one more possible question, just like seals. Okay, town planning, religion, arts and crafts is one more possible question. Okay, then terracotta figurines made by fire-baked clay, including the cows, bears, monkeys, dogs. All these images were made. The animal depicted in a majority of seals at the site of mature period has not been clearly identified. Okay, all images on the seals are not clearly deciphered. Mother goddess figurines have been recorded from various sites. Terracotta female figurines were found which had red color applied to the manga, that is line of partition in the hair. Here they applied red color. So like today's sindoor applying tradition was there in that time period also. Yes. Then, okay, this is unicorn seal. This is all for this year's question, IVC seals. Okay, so this is unicorn seal. Okay, this is art bull. Okay, some part of the body looks like bull, right? Okay, with a majestic horn. So if you see there is a large horn, only one horn, which is majestic, means very large. Okay, it has been a source of speculation. The prevalence of image raises the question of whether or not the animal image is a religious symbol. Okay, this is an unusual animal, right? We don't have any such animal, partly looking like bull, partly looking like some horse or zebra, and having one majestic horn. We don't have any such zoological evidences of having this animal. So this could be some mythological thing, a religious symbol or something. Is it clear? Then after that, pottery in IVC, very fine wheel made. See, this is one seal. Okay, I'm just marking the things that you have to write in the seals question. Okay, then this is pottery. You don't have to write this in seals, but arts and crafts you have to write. Okay, very fine wheel made pottery was found. Plain pots made of red clay and painted black and red ware were the two notable types. This is a painted black and red ware. Is it clear? Painted black and red ware. Okay, and also plain pots made in red color are also observed. Okay, this is dancing girl in Mohenjo-daro. You have to write about this in arts and crafts, but not in the seals. This is a figurine, it's a statue. Okay, then Sir John Marshall reacted with surprise when he saw the famous Indus bronze statue of a slender-limbed dancing girl in Mohenjo-daro. Okay, he said like he could not believe that it is made by some prehistoric people. Is it clear? So much of sophistication, how it is possible, okay, during the prehistoric people is quite surprising. Okay, about this particular girl, if you observe the description, okay, the girl is wearing several bangles here, right, wearing several bangles and necklace and in Tribhanga posture. Okay, in your culture you might have studied. Okay, so Tribhanga posture means three angles. Tribhanga posture means if you observe left, okay, then again right, and then again left, three angles. Is it clear? Head is like this, body is like this, then again legs are in the other direction. So in three different angles, the body is bent in three angles. So that is called Tribhanga posture. Okay, then this is neck, waist, knee. Okay, so this is stone statue, priest king statue. Okay, this also comes under arts and crafts, but not under seals. Okay, made of steatite depicting a bearded man with half closed eyes, draped in a shawl. Okay, coming under the right arm and covering the left shoulder. Coming under the right arm and covering the left shoulder. Okay, and a male torso. That is about this bearded man. This one is male torso. Male body, but only torso, no legs. okay, male torso made up of red stone. Clear? You have to write about them in separate subheadings, like about the dancing girl, then about that bearded man, okay, about that male torso, okay, under separate subheading if the question comes from arts and crafts. Then many crafts including shell working, ceramics, agate and glazed steatite bead making, they used several beads, okay, to make them in the form of necklaces or something, were practiced and pieces were used in making of necklaces, bangles and other ornaments from all places of Harappan culture. Some of these crafts are still practiced in the subcontinent today. Okay, some makeup and toiletry items, like say for example, a special kind of combs called katai, okay, and collyrium, that is eyeshadow. They used eyeshadow also, and a special 3-in-1 toiletry gadget that were found in Harappan consist still have similar counterparts in modern India. Is it clear? Okay, makeup kit, eyeshadow, okay, and comb. Okay, so today also we have some contemporary counterparts. Then now this also you don't have to write in seals. For seals, this is one more. Okay, I'm just marking the points you have to write in the seals. Okay, so I did not cover seals separately. Okay, but in different aspects the seals come. Again, in religion also we have a mention about some Pashupati seal. So those things are actually the most important. We will cover about them in religion. So I covered some of the seals in arts and crafts, some of them in religion, like that, because they come under both, right? Okay. So seals have been found at Mohenjo-daro depicting a figure standing on its head and another sitting cross-legged, okay, with what some call as yoga-like pose. Means they had something like yoga also at that time. Clear? This figure, sometimes known as a Pashupati, has been variously. This is about Pashupati seal, very, very important. Okay. In religion, we will discuss more about it. It's a just mention here. In religion, we discuss more. We have debates related to that. There was a previous question, if you remember, right? I've shown you that question. Debates related. What is the debate? Point is, Pashupati seal, Hindus argue that this is early form of Lord Shiva. Okay. Same way, Jains also argue. Okay, Jains also argue, and there are different debates about it. We'll discuss about the debates in the religion chapter. The question was about that. Okay. Sir John Marshall identified a resemblance of Hindu god Shiva. Okay, if this can be validated, it would be evidence that some aspects of Hinduism predate the earliest texts, the Veda. Okay, look at this question and read that point. Describe what is known of Harappan religion. Have some of its elements continued into later Hinduism? Discuss. Got it? Some of the IVC elements continued into the later Hinduism or not? That is the question. Okay. So, according to this point, did something continue into the today's Hinduism? Okay. Sir John Marshall identified a resemblance of Hindu god Shiva. If this can be validated, it would be the evidence that some aspects of Hinduism predate the earliest texts Vedas. It means Hinduism did not start with Vedas. Okay, we had origin of Hinduism from even before Vedas in IVC. Okay, if this is clear, if this is proved, if this can be proved that it is Proto Shiva. Got my point? Can we proceed? Then, if the question is on seals also, you can write all these. Because Pashupati is a seal, it's not a statue, it's a seal. Okay, so now, a harp-like instrument depicted on an Indus seal, this is also seal. A harp-like instrument depicted on the Indus seals and two shell objects found at Lothal indicate the use of stringed musical instruments. Okay, so there is one seal suggesting a stringed musical instrument like today's guitar, violin, etc. Got it? The Harappans also made various toys, games, among them the cubical dice, that is the dice that we play, Ludo and all, okay, also were found at that particular place. Is it clear? Can we proceed? Then trade and transportation, I think you can go through that. There is nothing to explain in that. So language also, we could not decipher the Harappan language. Read more about it. Writing system, we could not decipher the writing system. Now coming to religion. Okay. So an early and influential work in the area that set the trend of Hindu interpretation of archaeological evidence from Harappan sites was that of John Marshall. the point that I told you, John Marshall suggested that it is proto-Shiva. Okay, with that this idea started. Clear? Who in 1931 identified the following as prominent features of Indus religion. He also described Indus religion. A great male god and mother goddess, okay, deification or veneration, okay, I have given the meaning of that, okay. Deification or veneration means person treated as god. We can also call it as personification. Personification, but of God, because you can personify anything. Sometimes nature is described as a woman, that is also personification. That is personification of nature. Okay, you can personify anything in poetry. Okay, personification of God. Okay, or anthropomorphic gods. I hope you remember this anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphic gods. So deification or veneration, that is person treated as God, of animals, plants. Okay, symbolic representation of phallus, that is linga and vulva, linga and yoni vulva, and that is representing the female goddess and the male god. Okay, and use of baths and water in religious places, the great bath. Marshall's interpretations have been much debated and sometimes disputed over the following decades. Okay, is it clear? Any doubt till this point? Then one Indus Valley seal, again seal. Okay, if it is about religion, you should write all these points. If it is about seals, you have to focus on this. I just marked all the points about the seals. Indus Valley seal, that is Shiva seal or Pashupati seal. Actually, Pashupati also means Shiva, right? Okay, because it is looking like a proto Shiva. It is interpreted as proto Shiva. The seal is named as Pashupati seal. Is it clear? Shows a seated figure with horned headdress, possibly tricephalic and possibly ethiophalic, surrounded by animals. Okay, so right, if you observe this, this is Pashupati seal, possibly tricephalic, because you can see, right, it looks like nose, right, looking like three noses. So looks like tricephalic, three side, three faces. Okay, and horned headdress, okay, then surrounded by animals, This is the reason why, like, we interpreted it as a Pashupati. Is it clear? Because the seal, like seating figure is surrounded by animals. So that is one reason why it is decoded as a Pashupati seal. Okay, then now Marshall identified the figure as an early form of Hindu god Shiva or Rudra, who is associated with asceticism, okay, yoga and linga, regarded as lord of animals and often depicted as having three eyes. So the tricephaly is kind of related to three eyes of Shiva. Is it clear? Two reasons why this is depicted as the proto Shiva is, this is tricephalic, okay, this is tricephalic, so relatable to third eye of Shiva, and surrounded by animals, that is Pashupati, right? These are the two reasons why we are interpreting it as proto Shiva. Okay, so Marshall identified it as proto Shiva. The seal has hence come to be known as Pashupati. From that time we are calling it as Pashupati seal. After Pashupati, there is the lord of animals, okay, an epithet of Shiva. While Marshall's work has earned some support, many critics and even supporters have raised several objections. Can you write all these in the seal's answer also? Yes. Okay, because this is all about the Pashupati seal, which is the most debated and the most important seal found there. Okay, so all these points are important. So fine, this is done. While Marshall's work received some support, there are critics also. Okay, let us see the criticism on this. Doris Srinivasan has argued that the figure does not have three faces or yogic posture. Okay, this is not three faces. Like, how can you say that that is nose only? This is not three faces, and that is not even yogic posture. Okay, and that in Vedic literature, Rudra was not a protector of wild animals. Is it clear? What are the two reasons for deciphering this as a proto-Shiva? One important reason is animals. Okay, the name Pashupati, one important reason is surrounded by animals. But Doris Srinivasan is saying that, but yeah, that is second point. Because how can you relate tricephaly with third eye? Because Shiva is not portrayed as with three heads, right? One head only, there is a third eye here. So most important thing is animals only. Is it clear? Yes, all of you got it? Tricephalic cannot be directly linked to the third eye. So the most important reason for decoding it as Proto-Shiva is animals. But Doris Srinivasan argument is, in Vedas, okay, Shiva was not described as protector of wild animals. Is it clear? So maybe this is a Pashupati, but Shiva himself was not Pashupati in the early days. Is it clear? So this is not, okay, fine. You tell me, Doris Srinivasan is saying that this is Proto-Shiva or not? No, because his argument is maybe, okay, in this seal, the person who is sitting is Pashupati, but Shiva was not Pashupati during the early Vedic stages. Later, okay, this is Mother Goddess, okay. Then later, Herbert Sullivan and Alf Hiltbeetle also rejected Marshall's conclusions. With the former, that is, okay, Herbert Sullivan, okay, claiming that the figure was a female. He went on to the extent that, okay, Pashupati or not, leave it, it's not a male figure at all, it is a female figure. While the later, okay, means Alf Hiltbeetle, okay, associated with the figure with Mahisha, that is buffalo god. He said, okay, that is Alf Hiltbeetle said it is Mahishasur, okay, figure of Mahisha, okay, called the buffalo god. Is it clear? And Herbert Sullivan saying that it's neither Proto-Shiva nor Mahisha, okay, so it is a female figure they are saying, Herbert Sullivan is saying. Is it clear? And surrounding animals with vahanas of deities for 4 cardinal directions. Okay, he depicted the other animals as vahanas of the gods that indicate 4 different directions. Is it clear? For 4 directions, we have 4 gods. These are vehicles of those 4 gods. Clear till now? I repeat, Herbert Sullivan, it's not male god at all, it's a female figure. Alf Hiltbeetle, this is male god only, Hindu god only, but not Shiva, Mahisha. And the animals are the vehicles of the 4 gods that represent the 4 directions. Clear? Then, writing in 2002, Gregory L. Posel concluded that what it would be appropriate to, okay, while it would be appropriate to recognize the figure as a deity, its association with water buffalo and its posture as one of the ritual disciplines regarding it as Proto-Shiva would be going too far. Okay, means Gregory L. Posel is saying it is some deity, some god, but okay, exactly naming the god is going too far. How do you know the name of the god? Okay, and that posture as a religious posture or naming it as Mahisha or Lord Shiva is kind of being overconfidently naming it. Is it clear? Despite the criticism of Marshall's association with the seal with a Proto-Shiva icon, it has been interpreted as, okay, Tirthankara Rishabhanatha by Jains. Okay, is it clear? Other religions are also claiming it. Jains claim that this is not Proto-Shiva. This is Tirthankara Rishabhanatha. Okay, is it clear? And Vilas Sangave are an early Buddha by Buddhists. Okay, Buddhists claim that this is early Buddha. So Buddhists, Jains, Hindus are fighting for this particular Proto-Shiva seal, Pashupati seal. Is it clear? Then, historians such as Heinrich Zimmer and Thomas Machiavelli believe that there is a connection between first Jain Tirthankara Rishabhanatha and Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so they are saying that there is some link between Tirthankara Rishabhanatha and Indus Valley civilization. This is supporting this point. Is it clear? This is supporting this point. Yes, clear for all of you? See, Indus Valley civilization may suddenly 3rd stage of rocket sounds very odd. It is too much to ask like that. Okay, because this is not a personal tuition between you and me, dear. Okay, you can join up sometime, wait till the end of the class. Okay, or some other time. Okay, then. So, Marshall hypothesized the existence of a cult of Mother Goddess. Okay, we are going into the Mother Goddess. So, is this clear for all of you? Lakshmikant, better ask your doubt, because how can I say, how can I know exactly when the topic will be completed? So quickly ask me your doubt. Okay. So is it clear about the seals? So can you all write that answer on the seals? Fine. And should you write this part for that question also, that is religion, this one. This one. Describe what is known of Harappan religion. Have some of its elements continued into later Hinduism, discuss. Okay. Plus seals. Okay. Keep gathering the points for these two questions. Okay. Yes, now proceeding into the next one. Marshall hypothesized the existence of a cult of mother goddess worship based upon excavation of several female figurines, and thought that this was precursor of Hindu sect of Shaktism. Is it clear? Marshall interpreted the female goddess found, this one, okay, as okay, the Lakshmikant, this is not understanding how to respond also. This is kind of, array. It's okay, I don't know. I don't know how to react also. Stage 2, which fuel is used to depleted uranium or natural uranium? Because slide it is written natural uranium, but you told depleted uranium. I'm sorry I told you depleted uranium, because like the point is depleted uranium also can be used. Okay, depleted uranium को भी use कर सके तो natural uranium को क्यों नहीं use कर सकते? Is it clear? Okay, it means it is so efficient that depleted uranium भी चलेगा. Okay, तो natural uranium obviously चलेगा. Enriched uranium है तो ईरान से ला सके तो वो भी रख दीजिए, कोई भी problem नहीं है. Is it clear? Okay, done. Thank you so much, beta. All the best. Bye bye. Okay, coming back to this. Now, like we are going into the mother goddess. Okay, so that Herbert Sullivan, where are we? So this mother goddess is like interpreted as like representing the Hindu, one kind of Hindu belief that Shaktism, that is worshipping the mother female goddess called Shakti, right? Okay, Marshall hypothesized the existence of a cult of mother goddess worship based upon excavation of several female figurines, and thought that this was a precursor of Hindu sect of Shaktism. Can you write this point for that question? This one, elements continued into later Hinduism. So like that you have to build them. Okay. Then, so like this, like actually whatever is debated, I explained. Remaining are simple topics. Okay. So some debated topics, whatever is, because IBC is very familiar to you, I don't want to go line by line. Wherever there is some scope of explanation, wherever I have to tell you how to write a particular answer, I'm doing that. Okay. I hope it's fine for all of you. Okay. Then after that, late Harappan, and then Aryan invasion story we discussed at length, isn't it? Multiple debates about Aryan invasion and all that. Okay, fine. Then, like there are kind of debates about the decline of IBC post Harappan, decline of IBC. There are multiple theories about the decline. Let me just explain that. Decline one is Aryan invasion. Okay, second one is the river changed the direction, Indus River, okay, or monsoon shifted, okay. You know, monsoons can be shifted also, like in El Nino, La Nina, that is what happens, right? Okay, monsoon direction can keep changing. In El Nino, La Nina, you might have studied about that. Okay, so for example, like if the monsoon is coming like this, then it can be shifted the direction. So then the rainfall pattern will change. Okay, so monsoons shifted the direction. Okay, or they just kind of dispersed to different regions. They just dispersed to different regions. These are the possible explanations for decline of IBC. Okay. About Aryan invasion, whether they invaded and whether they are responsible for IBC or not, or whether they are responsible for the decline of IBC or not, we completed in Unit 2. Are you all clear about that? Okay. Then, previously, scholars believed that decline of Harappan civilization led to an interruption of urban life in the Indian subcontinent. Okay, so it means what in Harappan time itself, like think about a flush toilet, think about covered drainage, okay, and the grid pattern. In most of the villages today also we don't have them. So it means after that, okay, Harappan civilization was an urban civilization. After that, urban civilizations ended. Okay, it means long back urban, then urban civilizations ended. Okay, and we had rural settlements. Okay, in the recent times again we are getting urbanized, isn't it? In the recent times again we are getting urbanized. Long back the people were urbanized, but after that urban civilizations ended, we had rural settlements only, villages only. Today again even the villages are getting urbanized. Smart villages, drainage, sewage system, toilets in the village. Today we are speaking about toilets in the villages. Is it clear? Okay, but Indus people had them all long back. Okay, so then, however, the Indus Valley civilization did not disappear suddenly, and many elements of Indus civilization appear in later culture. Okay, we have seen continued into Hinduism. That Sindoor concept also you can write continued into Hinduism. Mother goddess Pashupati, that applying the red color in the manga, that is central partition. Is it clear? Those three things you can write which continued into today's Hinduism. Okay. So, in the aftermath of Indus civilization, regional cultures emerged to varying degrees, showing the influence of Indus civilization. For instance, ochre-colored pottery culture expanded from Rajasthan to Gangetic plains. Even today, we use that red color mud pots, so that also continued from IBC. Okay, so this point also you can write for that question. Okay, this is last class. David Gordon White, among others, have emphatically demonstrated that Vedic religion derives partially from Indus Valley civilization. Yes, this point is important for that question. This one, yes? Okay, have some of the elements continued. Gordon White, okay, emphatically said, strongly said that Vedic religion derives partially from IBC. Okay. So remaining, I think you can go through. So these are about IBC, okay? And so I hope you can answer all these types of questions. A general note on IBC plus separate topics, only seals, only religion, only arts and crafts, only town planning, okay? Like that. Okay. So did it cover all the points? Just for information? Did this notes cover all the points that you studied in history? Just for my information. Or anything extra you studied in history? Okay, fine. So, okay, so whatever I wanted to do in this course completed, and whatever I promised you that I will upload, I have uploaded. Okay, so now please first let me know. Okay, farewell sentences we will say, just let me know, is everything completed? Should I do anything more? Is there anything left? Gifts. Not gifts. I received lots of wishes, that's all, but wishes are more important than gifts. Some of my childhood friends, these days I'm not meeting anybody. So they just forcefully intruded into my home and they made me cut an ice cream cake. So that was one surprise, except that I received only wishes. Obviously, Chidananda, I'll miss you. And Saurabh, I didn't remember that you troubled me. Okay. Because I don't remember persons. I like sometimes when my concentration gets diverted, I may in general feel out of track, but I don't remember the persons. Okay, Chidananda, sure. Nobody disturbed me. Okay. What else? So, all the best, friends. Thank you, Agarwal. And all the best, friends. Thank you, Rakesh. Thanks, Manisha. Thank you, Aditi. So the class is completed. Those who are getting bored with this, you can leave the live. Okay. For those who are leaving the live, thank you so much for your active participation throughout the course. Okay. And all the best for your exam. All the best for your future. May God bless you with all the things that you want. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Bharti. Thanks, Naman. After prelims, I may launch society. Thank you, Pranjal. Thanks, Rishi. Thanks, Rakesh. Thank you, Ansh. Thanks, Amrita. Crash course, not sure, Manisha. Is it Agarwal? Okay, welcome. Thank you, Anchal. Thanks, Ashank. Thank you, Sirisha. Thank you, thank you. New SNT in the month of June, June 17th. June 17th, new SNT, June 20th, new Anthro, and around 40 days holiday for me. Thank you, Himanshu. Nice, Rakesh. Okay, friends, then that's all for today's class, and also that's all for this course. And interestingly, we completed this in exactly 130 classes. I usually say approximately 130 classes. So we completed this course in exactly 130 classes. Okay, so actually, tests may continue. I don't know whether they can upload the tests after the course, because I think the course is, I don't know technically whether they can upload or not. But I wanted to give some 4 more questions from archaeology. Okay, so check it once. If the questions are uploaded, write them. Okay, and I was very busy in the last 10-15 days, so I could not evaluate your answer sheets. In the next 3 to 4 days, I will be on that duty only. My both batches are completed. In the next 3 to 4 days, I will give you all your evaluated sheets. Tomorrow, I will be completing SNT course also, so I will be completely free. I will do all the evaluation work. Okay. And my plan is to give you 4 more questions. Okay, check it. If they are uploaded, write them. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Okay, Sashank. Okay, Chidananda. Bye. Okay, friends. All the best. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.